Namaste, this is your Mark, welcoming you to the English version of the episode Irundu Va. In this episode, I have come with you the story of an exemplary and honorable king, Paari, and his equally great court poet, Kapilan. This story has been taken from among the many stories presented in the Sangakala Kritis of Puram Nanur. Kapilan was born into a Brahmin family at Tiruvadur in the Pandya kingdom. He was one among seven children. The great saint and poetess Avvayar of the Sangakala period was one of his siblings. Kapilan was proficient in writing Kurinji Patu or songs. These he wrote for an Aryan king named Pragathan. Kapilan was called Pulan Alkatra Andanalan by a famous poetess of that time, Marukathu Nakpashilayar. It means one who has pure indriyas and is more than a Brahmin. A Brahmin is one who never does acquisition. Even an ant gathers food, but a Brahmin is completely free from insecurity about the future. Kapilan had composed a large number of songs in the praise of the great king Paari or Paari Vallal. He was one of the rarest gems of the human race. King Paari belonged to the Velir Kulam caste and the name of his kingdom was Parambumalai. The stories of his generosity are many. Once he donated 300 countries or deshams around his kingdom to deserving poor people. In Tamil Nadu, he is popularly known as Third Kodutha Paari, meaning Paari who gave his chariot to a jasmine creeper plant. The story goes like this. Once, while returning through a forest with his daughters Angavai and Sangavai, Paari noticed a fallen jasmine plant. He discovered that its host tree had been cut, so the creeper had nothing to hold on to. Paari left his chariot there for the creeper's support and walked back all the way to his palace with the daughters. These are incidents that are 2000 years old, yet it gives immense happiness and pride that such people ruled out our lands at one time. Paari's fame and generosity grew with time. This created enemies to the Chola, Chera, and Pandya kings, together called Movendar, started eyeing his kingdom. They made repeated attempts to defeat him but failed. They laid continuous siege around the mountain kingdom. They thought that they were stopping food supply and this would cause starvation and then the Paari would surrender. But that was not happening. Once Kapilan came down the hill and jokingly told the people, laying siege, that their wishes will never be fulfilled. Paari's kingdom was self sufficient in food. The king had trained birds to bring grains from the other lands, and they had no shortage of food. In a humorous way, Kapilan told the enemies that the only way to defeat Paari was to take advantage of his generosity. The enemy kings took the advice seriously and devised a plan. They went to his court in disguise and sang songs in his praise. When asked what they desired from him, they asked for his kingdom and life. Paari's minister got up to defend him, but the Vallal king said that he was ready to fulfill their wishes. He said he knew that they were movers, yet he intended to honor their cruel desires. One version of the story states that he killed himself with his own sword. Kapilan and Paari's daughters were present during this incident. Kabilan pleaded before Paari, saying, I, who have sung your praises in all my life, won't you allow me to come with you? Then Paari told him, Irundu va, our title. That was, it is not time yet. Kabilan understood the signal, and he had worked to take care of the daughters of Paari like a father. In the Puram 400, Kabilan has described the pain and pathos of the daughters in a poem. The princess recalled how happily they had spent the previous Paurnami with their father, and in this present one, they lost everything, the father and the kingdom too. Kapilan left the two daughters under the care of a Brahmin couple. He went on roaring around kingdom to kingdom, singing praise of various kings, but no one dared to help him in the fear of the Movenders. Finally, he could approach a very generous king, also known for his Vallal Kalai. His name was Selva Kadungo Vadiyadan. Kabilan sang praises for the king and pleased him. The king was so happy that he gifted 1 lakh gold coins, which was an enormous amount of money in those days. He also took Kabilan to a place called Nantra and offered him land up to the extent of his vision. Kabilan accepted all the gifts graciously. Now he had enough wealth to marry off Paari's daughter in a befitting royal manner. Kabilan then went to a powerful army chief, Malayaman Tirumudikari, who had fought for the Movendar against Paari. He told him that he should have used his discretion and made the right choice of the person to fight for. The army chief asked what he could do for him. Then Kabilan requested him to marry off his 2 sons to Paari's daughters. Malayaman was overjoyed at this proposal. He considered himself blessed to be able to welcome Paari Vallal's daughters to his household. He was full of respect to Paari's exemplary life. Thus, the marriage was conducted and Kabilan was relieved from his charges. He decided to give up his body by the Vadakirithal method, usually going by the Jains. As per the norms, at Penyatrikkare, he sat near a water, body facing north, and after giving up food and water, left his body. After listening to all these stories, we sit and wonder what is that we appreciate the most? Is it the beauty of Kabilan's poetry? Or is it the generosity of the noble King Paari Vallal? Or is it the depth and beauty of the friendship between the two great men, Paari and Kabilan? It's actually difficult to choose one. We can only appreciate and celebrate from the bottom of our heart each aspect of these stories. Each of them stand out in their beauty and nobility. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the stories as much as I did. Goodbye till we meet again. Thank you.